Well, it's just been pouring. But I do this too. I'm going arrowhead hunting, but I dig vintage marbles on town dumps. I'll put a couple videos up at the end of this one where I'm in dumps looking for marbles. But I'll get back on the river. I'm walking into the river now. I got my tools. I'll go do the marble digging again soon. Just find a nice arrowhead, so I'm just gonna wipe the place out till I can't find nothing, and then I'll go to the dump. You know, look at the runoff here. I have a shot at maybe picking up something, little flake right there, but I can't get too excited about this. No matter how good it is surface hunting, it's always better sifting. See, there's another little flake. There's some stuff here. I'll look where there's concentrations of flakes and then I'll sift. That's kind of what I'm doing. We got heavy rains. There's lots of stuff exposed, but I picked up 2 flakes of flint and I've walked about 1 mile. Most of the stuff's buried and it's laying in layers, and that's how I found so much stuff this month. And you know, I found after 4th of July weekend, it doesn't mean surface hunting bad. Sifting's just so much better. This is the only place I found flint laying out. See how this stuff's bleeding down out under from that layer? This layer is going back up the base clay, and then the stuff's dispersing right here. So this is no place else was showing flakes, and I pick them all up. So see this stuff here, be good to sift. See the runoff on it, exposed it. I can sift in here next. I'm gonna go up there farther, but see, this looks good. And see, there's stuff laying all up in here. If the water comes up to like here, I'll sift up in there. It'll make it easier. I won't have to drag my screens. All right, I had to move some stuff around here, but the water come up. You know, if you live in the valley, we got lots of rain yesterday. Water come up. I've been digging around this big stump thing here. I got it to roll. I pushed it over. There's a hole right here to where I've been digging. I found multiple awesome points right here, and tools, and I couldn't go no farther because of this. I dug in on the other side. I got it to roll. There's a whole big strip about the size of that under it that I haven't dug, so we're gonna work on this today, see what else is in here. When you're shoveling stuff out of sand, you see a good bit of stuff on your shovel. I found a lance on my shovel, a paleo lance, a late paleo lancelet. Another point with a little base ding, and now here's a knife. You can tell it's a preform. See, it ain't bad. See, I'd say this is like a preform for a tool or a point, see? And right there's some of the rind of the cortex on my shovel. I find a pretty nice point. The water's even up, but start finding artifacts like this, I'm gonna find something nice. And if you want to know why there's so many of these blanks there, they're not caches. This is a discarded one. I know how to nap, so I can look at this, and you'd be looking at this, and even by feel on the stone, they're trying to thin this down, and this right in here is going to be a problem. It's going to be tough to get that off. You see what I mean? It's kind of like a knot. So what they did, they had a whole pile of these, and there's river cobbles everywhere with chert in them. They just discarded this one, and there's just, you know, a guy making points could have discarded 20 of these right around him in a day, putting some stuff together, a napper. So they're everywhere. See, it's what these points are made out of. That's a river cobble. See, it's been broken open and started to be worked there, right in the same screen with that blade. See, this is that last piece I showed. See, it's like a waxy cortex brown, and see right there is where it's been hit. This is a man thousands of years ago had this in his hand and started, I'd say that's all percussion chip with another little hammer stone, but they were seeing what was in this, and these are everywhere, and they didn't like what they saw, I don't think. You know, that could have been used as a little knife, but I think this was more, they were looking at it and gonna get something started, but decided not to. There's just piles of this stuff in here. That's a river cobble chert. I would say carried in by hands. It's just not spalled open. And see, almost every one of them, see, that's been spalled open. And they were starting to look at that, but didn't like what they saw, threw it down. There's millions of them. See, this was the last screen. This is what I want to be seeing. Stay in this spot. See, that's a broken point right there. Well, I have come through. It's been a slow morning. I've been here probably 2 hours at least, non-stop digging as hard as I can go. And I'm just in a place, I've got it skimmed down. But as long as I'm seeing little flakes, see? Because I take them all. Here's another one. I have a shot at a point, and I got a Crooksville Amos. Look there. Looky there. Another one of them little ones. Look at that. It's a smoker. It's all there. Got a nice spot up there. Good find. All right, folks. Well, that's a really nice little eye-appealing point. It's Brush Creek Chert. You know, it's hard to get points out of Brush Creek Chert. You never see them for sale, really. Just a small distribution on that chert. Look at that spot on that tip and the nice patine on the other side. That's a beauty. Well, you see, there's the normal sized Amos point, but those are Amos points too, off the same area. Right out of the same tree branch of points in time. And you see, I've been finding all these small ones. Look at that one with the crystal inclusion. But there's the one from this video. Look at that orange. I love that orange tip spot. But these little groupings of small ones are going to look nice in the frame. I'd say them are all atto darts. Look, I just sifted that one. That's a dandy, huh? Look at the spikes on the serrations on that. See, the river's up. The layer I'm just touching right there, I'm touching it that deep underwater. And there's suction. Imagine filling 50 screens like this. Shoveling dirt up off the bottom, then going out and screening it down. And in some places I have to put it in buckets and carry it to my screen. So I'm whipped. When the water goes down, I'll be able to come back here and find 20 points, I think, from looking at my screen. So I'm gonna go regroup, wait for this to come down, maybe go dig some marbles later, work on a video there. Hope you enjoy. Now, you can see the sky. It's just, there's a thunderstorm coming in now. I knew it was coming. I looked at the radar, had about 2 hours to hunt. That's how long I was down in there. And I come through. And you know, even though it rains, I'd come back later, do another video if I want, if I'm not too tired. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this a long time, that's why. And I'm big and strong and in good shape, and I can sift hard. You know, in 2 hours I can sift a whole truckload of dirt, a full-size pickup truck, and I just did. And that's what it takes to find stuff every trip. Listen to this little boy purring. He's happy. He just got a whole Sheba dinner with extra gravy. Tell him you like the extra gravy. He's spoiled already. And he likes the toys. That's for sure. Tell him you like feathers. You jump up and attack him. Look here, folks. What a precious little boy. Find of the month, that's for sure. Find of the year. Look here. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll keep going back. When the water goes down a little, I'll get sift some more Amos points in there. It'll be good. It was tough going, but got a nice one. You see there, Squirrel Meister's been, hey! Dog Bubby's getting worked up too. Been eating the cherries from Walmart. You been eating them? You can't go out yet. The grass is, it's all muddy and wet, and he just gets filthy. Tell him you roll in the mud. Tell him you're a rascal. All right, folks, I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to take Dog Bubby out. He's ready to go. Look at him.